The Illuminati made Prince Charles a vampire, they fed him too much garlic, and now he's dead. Hello and welcome back to the Midnight Pasta Party podcast. I'm your host, Sydney. It's midnight once again, and I'm joined with my co-host, Tyler.
Hi.
Jimmy.
Hello.
Yoshi.
Hello.
And Kyle.
Hello.
Oh, you know how the FBI killed JFK, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that sure happened.
I'm a JFK enthusiast. I know about that.
Yes, you do. But before we get into that, I would like to talk about some of the things that the government did that we don't really talk a whole bunch about.
Like what, Sydney?
As everybody knows, Lee Harvey Oswald killed Martin Luther King.
Yeah, he went for a twofer. He killed both.
He did kill both.
Killed Abraham Lincoln, and then he killed JFK.
Yep.
And then he killed MLK. I skipped one.
All three.
I added one.
The big ones. The big three, really.
Yeah, the big
It's
three.
a shame, honestly.
I keep mistaking MLK for JFK.
They're also
Yeah.
known as the Rat Pack.
I don't think that's true.
They are.
No.
What the fuck are you talking
No.
about?
The Rat Pack.
That sounds like a Minecraft mod pack, Jimmy.
So, you guys remember when the Department of Job and Family Services killed John F. Kennedy, right?
That's where they got the J in job.
They got the J in job.
Yeah, they killed JFK for it.
The J stands for JFK.
Yeah.
What does the OB
Yep.
stand for?
Um,
Okay, obviously the O
Obama?
stands for
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oswald, as in Lee Harvey Oswald. But what does the B in job stand for, Tyler?
I just spelled job. with a K.
Bureaucracy.
Ignore that fact.
It's
Bureau-
bureaucracy.
Okay, so John F. Kennedy, Oswald, bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, and family services.
And family services.
Of course, you know.
Have to make sure the family's taken care of.
So as everybody knows, the Department of Education did 9/11.
Yep, they had to
Ah,
teach the
I've been
monkeys how
a
to
little
drive the
doubtful on that
planes.
one.
About 30% of it.
I've been a little doubtful on that one for a while because too many
Ah.
kids fail school to make it through that.
No, they had special teachers just for the monkeys to drive the planes. The hard part was putting monkeys on planes in the first place.
Let me explain. See, you know how advanced placement classes have their own teachers?
Yeah.
When they're not doing AP classes, they're actually hired by the government to go and kill people that the CIA doesn't like very much.
I thought you just said 9/11. Wait a minute.
Yes, 9/11.
It's a little bit of both.
They don't like that many people.
The CIA's reach is very far, Tyler.
Come on, Tyler.
Yeah, good point.
And as everybody knows, the Department of Transportation faked the moon landing.
Yeah,
How else would they have transported them? They don't have buses that go that far.
the moon's still
Exactly.
in the sky.
The moon still hasn't been transported.
They don't have buses that go that far. You can't lie
The
to
farthest I
me.
can get is Yucata.
I don't see
I
any
see
roads on
past
there.
your lies, Department of Education. And then the USDA pulled a whole bunch of troops when they're going to attack Cuba. So that's why the Bay of Pigs happened.
USDA?
USDA is the USDA. The United States Department of Agriculture.
Yeah, they
Oh,
wanted
That's what
more
the
chili.
pig in Bay of Pigs stands for.
Ah.
Yes.
I don't know how to
And,
respond to that.
Obviously, the FCC is responsible for the MK Ultra experiments.
Yeah, the Federal Cow Commission.
That's the one. JFK engineered COVID. And that's why.
Engineered.
Yes,
That's
JFK
why
engineered.
But I don't.
Oh, no, listen. I'm going to tie this back in. JFK engineered COVID, and that's why the Department of Job and Family Services killed him.
See, but I love JFK, so I can't believe that. JFK, I'm a JFK enthusiast.
I love JFK too, because he engineered COVID.
Wait, so JFK's
Why?
an engineer? Is that why he's in TF2?
Yes.
Okay.
JFK is in
Why is
TF2
Audacity
confirmed.
updating?
Don't worry about it. Now, as everybody remembers, the Illuminati made Prince Charles a vampire. They fed him too much garlic, and now he's dead.
I'm so lost. There were so many things in that
What do
sentence.
you mean, you're
Tyler,
lost?
you gotta keep up, man.
I
Wait,
can't.
how can
It's
you be
common
lost?
knowledge.
So simple.
It
Sydney,
is
Being a
common
sheep,
knowledge,
Tyler.
But I don't know.
for those Sydney, for those who don't remember, could you explain to them how he got turned into a vampire for us?
Okay, so the Illuminati, right? The Illuminati are quite the group of sussy bakas, as everybody knows.
As we all know,
As is common knowledge.
Prince Charles, well, he's a
He
little
wasn't sus
sussy, let's
enough.
be real. And in the year 1836, the Illuminati and Prince Charles got together.
Okay.
And they agreed on something. They would make him immortal on one condition.
Okay.
He has to regularly be fed garlic so he stays weak.
Damn.
And
Poor guy. That's like being fed poison every day.
well, they have to keep. I mean, come on. Do you know what
Wait.
the vampires can do? Fucking
No, because
crazy,
I've never
bro.
met one.
Actually, you have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
Every-
one under my bed. His name's George.
Yes. George is actually a government agent. See, every
Yeah, that's where the
government
G in his name
agent
came from. Government.
is a vampire. And Prince Charles, being associated with the Illuminati, who controls the government, was turned into a vampire by association, really.
The G in George stands for government.
Yes. So they fed him too much garlic back in 2021. Back in 2021, they accidentally gave him too much garlic. And that's why he looked all fucked up in that picture of him in that car or whatever. He was dying from the garlic.
Okay.
Now he's dead.
That's unfortunate.
I do know that much. I do know he is dead. We predicted
Well,
that
now
he
you
died
know
because we
this.
knew all about this.
Yep, that episode's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
You
It's
heard
not.
nothing. It's not. That episode sucked.
Bigfoot lives inside the moon.
That's already well known. Honest, I've talked about this before this
See,
episode. Like,
the big question there is, where does he find a bus to get there?
He
That's
doesn't
the-
because the Department of Transportation faked that.
they faked Bigfoot.
See, what he's actually doing is he's projecting space lasers onto the Earth.
Oh,
That's
fucker.
that's why people see him, and then they can't find any proof of him because he's not actually there.
I think my favorite thing to say is when somebody says that they faked the moon landing is say because I don't. I've
I
never
didn't hear
seen it.
anything you just said.
Yeah, you cut out for all of that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
same here.
my favorite thing to say when someone says somebody faked the moon landing is that you believe in the moon because I don't, because I've never looked outside.
Yeah,
Go touch
Tyler
grass.
has never touched grass, despite
I
that
have
picture
not.
on her Instagram.
This is a Reddit moment.
This is a Reddit moment.
Yeah,
I've
Tyler's
never used
actually he has, and actually he uses 4chan instead, so he hates women.
I do
Tyler is
hate
also
women.
a verified Discord mod.
I
It's
am
true.
not.
He owns
actually.
the server.
Oh yeah.
Checkmate.
My name is Piss in this server for all who are listening at home. Love you to death.
And a common one that people know is Bill Gates created. That is a fuck up. I'm sorry. Bill Gates gives people cancer through iPhones.
I think that's actually just true because iPhones emit
No.
radiation.
No, they do.
Yeah, all phones do that. That's just actually true.
No,
Yeah.
Steve Jobs is iPhone, bro. That's the whole point.
Yeah, he
is
is
that
iPhone.
I said Bill Gates.
Oh,
Come
I
on,
don't know
make-
who that is.
Make the connection, dumb shit.
Who the hell is Bill Gates?
Ligma balls.
Microsoft.
Wait, no, I'm melting.
We meant Microsoft, not iPhone.
Oh, see,
Here's a common one that isn't talked about as much because it's not as big of a deal as the Prince Charles stuff. But Elizabeth
Yeah.
I spreads chemtrails.
the first?
Yes, she's still alive.
Is she a-
Actually,
is she a-
look, let me build on that.
Hold
Be a
on.
man,
I need to
still
build
alive,
first.
spreads chemtrails. Okay, you have
I
that.
have to build before you.
No,
okay,
no, it's
so-
it's my conspiracy theory list. You fuck off. I do what I want.
No, I have something to talk about that we won't have recorded anymore because our old episodes are gone. I've
Okay.
talked about this before. The Queen Elizabeth is an immortal. She was here before the dinosaurs. That's why
No, I
she
think you got the
outlived-
wrong one. Queen Elizabeth the First.
Yeah, so you're talking about the first. I'm talking about the third.
How
They're
could she be
both
the third if
different
she's always
kinds of
been
immortal.
there?
Yeah, they can still have kids, Kyle.
So here's my
But
theory.
why
on
would
it.
she be the
They did
third one?
mitosis.
There's
Yes.
other ones.
They are
Kyle.
the same. They're
Are the
just
same.
different
This was
generations.
it was actually asexual reproduction.
yeah.
and, they just
did
split.
mitosis.
That
That
explains why they
makes
occasionally get diseases in their blood.
But because Elizabeth the First split off, did the asexual reproduction and gave quote unquote birth to new Elizabeths. She
Mhm.
actually has a chemical imbalance now, and so she spreads chemtrails as a way to purge her body of it.
I don't know what a chemtrail is. I'm gonna be honest.
Don't
This is
worry
just a
about it.
genuine statement. I need to worry about
Airplane
it.
drops chemicals from the sky.
Oh, so we're playing a video game. Got it.
No, this is a real thing people
Yes.
believe.
I know.
And lastly, but the biggest one of all that I feel should be more known to the public.
I thought these are all well known. You said.
No, this one isn't.
Okay. This is a special one. Ow.
Paul McCartney killed Hitler in 1939. We all know. Just kidding. Nobody else but me has figured this one out.
Explain to us your logic, Sydney. Walk us
Okay,
through
yeah,
this
I
process.
need to understand the whole process.
So, you guys know how people believe that Paul McCartney, the modern Paul McCartney, isn't the one that started in the early days of the Beatles, right?
Yeah. Your
Well,
dad's
they're
talking
wrong.
about that.
Yes, he is a firm believer, and he's wrong. Actually, he's kind of right.
Oh.
That Paul McCartney in the Beatles is not the Paul McCartney. Thanks for doing that in your mic.
I am sneezing. I can't control that.
You can angle your head away, Tyler.
Yeah, you have to do that in the mic.
Conspiracy theory.
Sorry,
Tyler is
conspiracy.
trying to
I can't
kill us.
breathe.
Yeah, it's because
COVID.
JFK engineered COVID.
No, he didn't.
He did.
JFK gave me the flu. I asked him
JFK
to,
engineered COVID. Sorry.
but I didn't ask him to do that. JFK is my dad.
Is
Your
he?
dad's the dude from Smash Mouth.
Yeah, they're the same.
But they're not.
They are
One and the
not.
same. I want to
Wait,
hear a
s-
Smash Mouth cover with JFK saying the lyric. I need to look that up.
Oh, we're doing something right now.
We need to get our team of editors to
We're
make this.
busy.
You mean the team of editors we don't have?
Can I explain
Yeah.
my last and biggest conspiracy theory, please?
Make
No,
it
you
easy
go.
to transition into.
Okay, so as everybody knows, Paul McCartney with the Beatles is not the Paul McCartney, right? The
Mhm.
Paul McCartney killed himself in 1945.
Okay.
He, much like Elizabeth I, did asexual reproduction and split off.
Yeah.
Split off, and so the one that started the Beatles is the asexually reproduced Paul McCartney, and then he died and was replaced by a completely different guy. So my dad is kind of right, but it's not the Paul McCartney he thinks it is.
Ow.
But back in 1939, Hitler was I think he was doing quite the saucy baka things in Europe, as is told through our history books. And Paul
As
McCartney
fellow JFK enthusiasts know.
Paul McCartney was getting kind of jealous. So what he
Mhm.
did was he killed Hitler and assumed the position.
Oh,
To
I
anybody
did not
that
know that.
questioned him was killed immediately.
Oh, that's what happened to John Lennon.
John Lennon?
Do we know his victims, Sydney?
I'm sorry to say, but the scope might be too big that we could ever find out.
I knew it.
That's a shame.
Because
I think
let me explain. What he would do is he would have his high-ranking Nazi members asexually reproduce as well, and so they made basically clones of themselves. But
How
they
is
were-
he doing this?
What do
He's
you mean?
figured out the secret, Tyler.
is
Learn
this what
from-
they call the Clone Wars?
Right.
This is where Star Wars
Let me
comes
explain
from.
then. Elizabeth
Okay.
I visited Paul McCartney before he became Hitler. A couple days.
Does Queen Elizabeth support him?
Is this
Uh,
the first
Queen-
or the third?
The first.
Okay.
First
Jimmy, what
came
is
to
your
him
information on
after
this?
doing her chemtrail thing. She came to his house a few days before he killed Hitler, and she
Damn.
told him, "Listen, okay, I'm gonna teach you the secret to asexually reproduce as a full multi-celled
horrified.
organism." And we don't know how he did it. We don't know what the secret was, unfortunately, but we do know that happened. So
Wait.
he taught all his high-ranking Nazi officers how to do it. They obviously, being enthralled with the idea of living forever, even if it was through a clone of themselves, they all did it. And when he would take their clones and he would basically brainwash them. This was like early MK Ultra experiments, but the FCC hadn't done that yet.
Early J.
So he would basically convince all the clones that he was Hitler, and then he would kill the actual Nazi officers and then replace them with the ones that believed he was Hitler. Very simple.
I do have one question about this idea though.
Go ahead.
So, does this 1939 was like pre-World War II?
No.
So what I'm hearing is the
No.
original Hitler wasn't that bad. Paul McCartney made him so much worse.
As everybody knows, Hitler did nothing wrong.
Never say that. No, Hitler was an
not.
animals' rights activist. That's actually a true fact. Hitler was an animals' rights activist, actually. Like, this is not just a thing. He banned boiling lobsters alive because it was just
He was a vegetarian and hated smoking.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was also another thing that like some of the Holocaust camps did actually have like miniature zoos, and like for hurting one of the animals, like one of the Nazi guards or whatnot got like punished severely or mildly because they hurt an animal or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have
Jews
news
and
then.
nobody cared about.
Right. Paul McCartney started World War II.
He did, actually. I've just learned.
August 24th, 1939. 24th, 1939 is the day that McCartney killed Hitler, assumed the position, and then September 1st, 1939, he started World War II.
By flying into the Twin Towers.
No, that hadn't happened. The Department of Education was informed properly at that time.
Okay, my bad.
They hadn't been powerful enough to do that yet. So, any questions?
I think we covered all of our bases.
I'm so engrossed
feel
in this
so-
lore you've just created.
I am so
What
informed.
do you mean
JFK
created? This is just
enthusiast.
true.
This is true. This is all true.
Yeah, world lore.
I would like to preface that word. These are all jokes, totally jokes, and if I ever unalive myself, no, I didn't.
I also did not unalive myself. It was definitely the government, if that happens.
I'm sorry for supporting JFK so heavily. Please do not unalive me.
Yeah, these are all totally jokes. Totally. We did nothing wrong. I'm such a silly person.
JFK.
Isn't comedy fun? Isn't that right, FCC? They did MK Ultra, the Federal Commission of Cows. The M in MK Ultra stands for Moo.
The M in MK Ultra stands for Martin Luther King. Don't you get that wrong.
Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about the Mlk assassination then. Did anyone watch the video?
I
did.
watched the video.
I think I watched the wrong video.
The one I sent
This
to
is
you.
so sad.
See, I didn't see where you sent it. I just looked up the channel name and watched the video.
See, I
that was
accidentally
it.
searched JFK.
Of course, alright,
So
so
you watched the wrong
you are
video.
useless. You watched the Wendigoon video on the JFK assassination?
Mm-hmm.
Did
See,
you like
I
it?
was the right place. I just watched the wrong video.
By the way, before we get into the MLK assassination, I would like to say, if any of our viewers out there don't know who Wendigoon is, you should definitely check him out. He makes great content, and he just recently hit 1 million subscribers, so congratulations to him.
Proud of him. He makes
Congrats,
SCP
you get
videos and stuff.
He makes really conspiracy theory videos and ARG stuff most of the time.
Arg.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he's pretty cool. You should check him
I'll
out.
make sure.
He's got
I'll
cool
make
hair.
sure to check him out.
Why are we acting like we're sponsored by him? That'd be really
But
weird.
I
to be
really
That
sponsored
would
like
be
by
him.
so cool if he sponsored us.
Imagine being
Wink,
sponsored
wink.
by a YouTuber.
Guys, we need to support smaller creators.
Smaller creators like Wendigoon.
Follow us, a smaller creator. Midnight Pasta Party Podcast.
You know, our millions of listeners.
Not
Billions.
millions, trillions.
Billions.
Right?
You
'cause
mean the
se-
3 of them that are actually listening?
the
3
secret people,
million.
the secret people that the government
In the
put in
sun.
Mars are all they're all mandated to listen to us. Even if we say the truth, government doesn't know that, okay?
See, here's the thing. Now that we've mentioned the government, we're going to get so many views of them checking the video to make sure we didn't say anything too
It's
bad.
genius.
Guys, hold on. I have
Quick.
something important to say.
Go on.
The G in government stands for George Washington.
Yo!
This is where it all comes back to.
George
It comes back
Washington
to
made
Great
government.
fact.
You know, in one of Wendigoon's most recent videos, the 3-hour
I
long
don't.
one, part of that ARG is that George Washington is alive. It's just a thing.
That's just a
Where are
fact.
they keeping him?
They found him
Underground.
frozen in the river. In
What river?
the river he crossed. That one.
The Delaware?
Delaware?
Yeah, that one.
Where?
He didn't cross it, is what I'm hearing.
He made it
did.
halfway through and gave up.
No, he did. He crossed, but then he fell in, and then
I thought
froze.
you say he returned.
No, he froze, and then they replaced him with a fake.
Confusing.
Because he committed mitosis.
Not again.
Actually, not all that far from the truth.
Oh no.
Your objective truth right now is really subjective.
That's actually okay. So quick little rundown of monument mythos, right? Alcatraz is a living thing. George Washington is inside the Statue of Liberty, and Abraham Lincoln is actually alive and inside the Lincoln Memorial, where they keep people and give them weird soup.
I didn't get to meet him, and I'm sad about that because I was sick on the trip to DC.
Yeah, he's actually a big, like, weird monster thing that eats people, and they have these things called Lincoln Lookers that every president appoints one, and they sit inside the Lincoln Memorial, and they have a metal mask of Abraham Lincoln's face, and they feed them weird soup through the eyes. This is actual lore, by the way.
They could have called them Lincoln Logs
No, Lincoln Lookers.
because they're logging out the information.
No, they're not.
Never mind then.
They look like Lincoln, and that's where the name comes from.
Lame.
You should watch the Wendigoon video. Back to the Mlk assassination.
Back to the
Yeah, that was
JFK
wild.
assassination.
Everybody knows the government totally didn't do it.
Yep, nope, totally didn't do it. Completely innocent.
The tree in front of the window where he was supposedly shot never existed.
It was interfering with their line of sight of the crime scene, so it had to go, Sydney.
It had to go. They cut it down in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. No other time.
You know how he was looking downwards, right? It shot him in the bottom of the the left side of his jaw.
He could have sneezed, and his chin could have been up. You never know.
Could have sneezed.
I could.
And then that dude that supposedly shot him, and how he was paid by some weird guy,
Raul.
That, oh my god. Anyways, Raul totally wasn't a government agent. You know, escaping through the boxes from prison is a totally common experience, and it's not like they staged that or anything.
Yeah, like Solid Snake.
Yeah, no, he fuck, what's his name now?
JFK.
No, I'm not talking about
No.
JFK.
Jimmy
the dude
Fallon.
who's right.
Wasn't it? I can't remember who it was. Wasn't the one mobster behind it? Like,
No, I
the
mean like
CIA
the government said killed.
oh,
Why would
uh,
the government?
I don't know, but he was really incompetent, and I very much doubt he did it.
Killed Mlk. James Earl Ray.
Oh wait,
killed
Mlk.
MILF.
Mlk is the first
Random hand song.
gay senator.
Shut up.
I have a movie about him. It's
Nope,
it's
doesn't
sitting on
matter.
my shelf.
Doesn't
I have not
matter.
watched it.
Oh shh.
Mlk.
Shh.
That's cool.
James Earl Ray. James Earl Ray totally killed Martin Luther King. And
It's true.
Yep.
He's like a ray of sunshine.
And that whole story about how Raul gave him money and Fat Man gave him passports, those were totally not government agents.
That man definitely wasn't a mob boss paid by the CIA to kill Martin Luther King.
No. Fat Man isn't actually Fat Man. See, that is an actual mobster that supposedly carried it did the thing. No, Fat Man is part of the James Earl Ray story, and he gave Mr. Ray fake passports. That was after he got out of where did
Jail. I think it was to Canada, and then it was
Right.
to London.
London, right? So Fat Man was the one who gave him a fake passport.
Fast pass.
Like the
Disney
the
fast.
You
Disney
can cross
thing.
the highway faster.
Like the Disney thing.
Oh, I was thinking of the thing from like our grandma has in her car for going across highways, skipping the toll roads.
That's is that called Fast Pass?
Yeah, that's called
I think
Fast
it is.
Pass.
No, Fast Pass is the thing from Disney.
There's multiple.
You mean
Fast
Disney
Passes.
Fast
Yeah.
Play?
Fast Pass is a Disney thing.
It's Fast Play. You're right, Kyle.
I'm
It's
disappointed
Fast
now.
Play.
There's a J in your name. I just on accident. Your name is Gile.
Yep, I made it out of jeans.
You know, that's not where I thought this was going. But yes, Kyle is made of jeans. That's my favorite conspiracy theory.
What do you mean conspiracy? That's
No.
just the truth.
Gile is made out of jeans, just like Giler is made out of jeans.
Giler. I want jeans made of jeans. I want some jeans.
Some jeans.
I'm deleting that GIF because starting with it, I don't.
That's just an enemy in Legend of Zelda. But that's what Lincoln looks like.
That's what George Washington and Lincoln look like.
Horrific. I don't remember
Reminder,
what they're
this
called,
is
but that's just...
This is actual lore for an actual story.
Yeah.
Oh, and that
But, like-
that statue that sits on top of the Capitol building, that statue is alive.
Yeah, it's a stand.
So that statue went on a killing spree when it was getting to America from France, skinned a whole bunch of sailors, and when it arrived to America, it was just a woman.
What are we talking about? What
The
statue?
The monument mythos. This is an actual statue. It's called
There's
Freedom,
like
and
a
it's on top of
statue
the
on top
Capitol
of the-
building.
I gotta look up what
Yeah.
the Capitol building looks like, and by that I mean search GIFs for it.
Yeah,
Love
it's a
that in this story, the
It's a
government's
person.
first reaction was, "It's a woman now. Oh, we can still get the statue out of there, right? I know it killed all those sailors and put on their skin, but we can still get the statue, right?"
I mean, that's what I would do. If I already paid for that statue. I don't care how many.
But they didn't
people
pay
it
for the
kills. I
statue.
want it.
That was a gift.
Oh, they didn't.
That was a gift.
Oh, it was a gift. Well, it's just
France.
bad manners to take back a gift.
It already killed its creator and the creator's daughter.
Who cares? It's our
Exactly.
gift now.
It's ours. You can't have it.
It's
See,
ours.
Top
You
of the
can't have
Capitol
it
building,
back.
you can see the statue.
I
Called
can.
Freedom. It was a woman one time.
Oh,
I sure can see it through the explosion of the gift I put in there.
This definitely isn't
this is
political.
the clearest image I could find. Okay.
This isn't political at all.
See, that's what's gonna happen in a few years.
That looks like a butt plug
Oh my god,
Well,
Jimmy.
on the very tip top.
Excuse me, Jimmy.
The Capitol
don't
building
think
is
that's
butt plug
a statue.
shaped.
It's not what a butt
Listen,
plug looks
I am
like.
a porn expert.
It's not.
I know all about the butt plug. Listen, I
Hold on.
think our monument building, I think it's just a giant sex toy. Like they like spinning it around in the giants,
It's for the
the
sun.
dongers.
Fuck are you talking
No.
about?
It's for the
It's called-
Statue of
so,
Liberty.
Like
Where
you
else
know
will
how
she get
some
something
people
to
put
use?
cattails in. Maybe it's just like a fidget spinner for them, where they just put it up in there and then they just spin it around and around just for fun. It's like a butt fidget spinner.
That's a new one. Never heard of that before.
Well, you have now. Thank you, Jimmy.
I sure have.
For
Thanks,
sharing.
Jimmy.
Butt plug
Anytime.
enthusiast.
I am. I am
named
an
him that?
expert. I am more than an enthusiast.
I did.
I know absolutely what all sex toys look like.
I'm gonna rename myself.
I probably, but I should not be saying this.
Jimmy is Dr. Sex.
They call him Dr. Sex.
What does he do? Who knows?
He does sex.
This man has a +3 to any seduction rolls.
Seduction rolls?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
Dr. Sex.
Aware of that
I
one.
think you mean charisma.
Oh, subduction rolls.
No.
Seduction.
There's a hidden stat in D&D called the sex of seduction.
It's not called sex, it's called the sex.
When does sex? So I know we have sex 2, but when does sex 0 come out?
What about 3?
What about Sex
It's the
-1?
prequel.
Oh god.
Sex
not
Zero is
sex, the
mitosis.
prologue. For our audio listeners at home, the prologue episodes are gone. Don't question it.
Think about it too
They're
hard.
bad.
I mean, audio listeners. Everyone's an audio listener.
Exactly.
That's the joke.
Right now, I am another enthusiast.
That's why I keep addressing them
New
as such.
conspiracies.
No, don't let them know that everybody's an audio listener. I want them to struggle and try to find the video.
Yeah,
Oh.
there is a video. It's out there.
It is.
It's delisted.
Fine.
That's
this-
true.
It's just an image of our Discord things popping up and going away. Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
In conclusion,
Yeah,
Good
it would-
idea. It's already out there.
It would definitely help the listeners know who was talking.
Yeah, from butt plug enthusiast, cum, JFK enthusiast, just Yoshi, or men enthusiast. Who's talking?
Enthusiast.
My
I
name
feel like
was
this-
Piss.
feel like this episode would be actually easy to animate with still pictures.
What do you mean
No,
animate?
the whole conspiracy bit in the beginning would be absolutely terrible.
I think
Tyler,
it'd be
But
great.
the thumbnail.
Tyler, I
What do you
can't
mean
help
in the
but notice
beginning?
you
You've
didn't
been
say
talking
my
about
name.
conspiracies
in
the
that.
whole
I said
time.
cum.
He said
Did
cum.
you?
Yeah, I said cum.
Oh, then I'm just.
Kyle's name is cum for everyone at home.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll do your real name. Hold on.
Oh, he's giving you a
Oh.
name?
Guile.
My
Guile.
real name?
Wait, why is it a G?
Guile, because it's even worse.
Guile.
J. Gene just started with a J.
Okay.
The
I
J
think
in
what
Gene
time?
stands for JFK.
I think we have had a good half an hour
Say
of
about it.
content.
Hold on. What is your opinion on JFK?
He made COVID.
He made COVID. I mean,
no,
what else
he
can you
didn't.
say?
He made the flu.
Oh, he made COVID. Didn't you hear me?
The F in JFK stands for flu.
The K in JFK stands for COVID.
Kentucky Fried
Mic
Chicken.
drop.
You know what, Tyler?
JFK.
Agree to disagree.
John flew.
See,
Kentucky Fried
me
Chicken.
and Gile here are enlightened.
Ah.
We understand.
We do. A lot better
What's your
than you,
opinion,
Mr.
That's me too.
Well, you're the smart Mr.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I
have my
yeah, that's
business
true.
hat. I'm a real businessman.
I'm wearing my work clothes. I'm
What
still
a
haven't
loser.
changed.
Imagine having a job.
Imagine.
Haha,
Fucking
children.
loser. I was the only one with a job.
Jimmy has a job.
No, Jimmy doesn't count.
I don't believe you.
Jimmy's not.
It just doesn't count.
Jimmy's not a person.
Right, Jimmy?
You're right.
Jimmy
I
was
am a butt
engineered
plug
by
god.
Steve Jobs.
The J
Yeah.
in Jimmy stands for Jobs, which stands for JFK.
Oh, it
Who
stands
the
for
hell is Steve Jobs?
John Oswald.
Kennedy.
Bureaucracy.
Oh, yeah, sorry, bureaucracy. I don't know why I keep thinking there's a K in bureaucracy. I mean, in Kennedy. I'm having a stroke.
It's job.
Yeah, I meant to say job.
The K in job stands for Kennedy.
It does.
That right there is a good way to start the episode. That should be our little teaser.
That should be the K in job stands for Kennedy.
Right, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Midnight Pasta Party podcast. Say goodbye, co-hosts Yoshi,
Subscribe to our
Tyler,
OnlyFans.
Kyle, and Jimmy. Yes, subscribe
Goodbye.
to our OnlyFans. Don't forget to like and
Have a
subscribe.
good night, y'all. Yeah,
And
Don't-
our YouTube.
And our
we have one
YouTube.
of those in theory. Actually,
Nice.
though, on serious note, follow our Twitter and Instagram. There's nobody following them. It's sad.
Pretty swag.
I'm not on Twitter.
You're not on either of them.
And
You have
I
an
never
iPhone
will be.
4.
On that note, my father is playing City Skylines. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.